So today we are going to talk about place of supply of service under GST. So till yesterday we have seen place of supply of goods and we almost discussed the full part of place of supply of goods under GST, and today we are going to talk about place of supply of services. So I gave a brief introduction to even this particular topic, which is place of supply of services. Okay. So generally, this is the rule. The rule for place of supply of services is the location of the service recipient. The location of the service recipient. There are two people in case of services. The person who is going to provide the services, the person who is providing the services, and the person who is receiving the services. So there are two people. So here these two people have to be identified first and foremost, who is the service provider and who is the service receiver. And in generally the place of supply of services is the location of the recipient of the service. Whosoever is availing the services, the location of such recipient of the service is the place of supply of services. For example, I will give one example. Let me give an example. The example is uh, in case of two companies. One is Naukri.com and one is Tata Motors. Yesterday also I gave similar, and Tata Motors or Infosys. So these people approach Naukri.com for certain number of candidates for for their companies. So these people will provide the service of recruiting, selecting, and finally appointing suitable candidates uh, for their these companies. So this is the service the provider, and these are the service receivers. In as far as the place of supply of services is concerned, because we want to identify whether it is a case of interstate or intrastate sale of services, we have to identify the place of service. So the place of supply of service in specific and general cases, sorry, is the location of the service recipient, where this guy who is receiving the services or who is availing the services, the location of the service recipient. So this is number one point. Number 2 point. So there are some special services. There are some special services like services related to immovable property, services related to restaurants, services related to admission to events. We will see. Don't worry, I am going to take some examples. Transportation of goods and services also is a service. Telecommunication services are there. Like for example, Airtel is providing you the service of internet, broadband, and even mobile and telecommunication services. Companies which are into banking, they provide banking services and financial services, as well as companies are there which are into insurance, they provide insurance services. Okay, so there are so many services, and the general rule for the place of supply of services is the location of the recipient of the service, location of the service recipient, location of the service recipient. So let's take a small example. So let's take a small example, and in the last para, okay, I forgot to mention this one. In case of services related to immovable property, so land, building, machinery, or some of them are immovable properties. In case services are related to immovable property, services are related to immovable property, then the general rule is then the general rule is uh, the general rule is the location of the property is the place of supply of service. So where the immovable property is located, that is the place of supply of service. So let's take a small example pertaining to this particular point. this particular point. Now let's take a small example. Mr. A from Delhi. So Anil is there, who is there from Delhi, and he is a interior designer. इंटीरियर डिजाइनर घर में घर के अंदर इंटीरियर डिजाइनिंग करना है, इंटीरियर डेकोरेशन करना है. ही इज एन एक्सपर्ट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया. अनिल ऑफ दिल्ली इज अ एक्सपर्ट इन इंटीरियर डेकोरेशन एंड डिजाइनर, and he is providing service to whom? He is providing service to Mr. Ajay of Bombay, and this Ajay of Bombay is a service recipient. He is the service provider, and Ajay is having a property in Ooty in Tamil Nadu. So even though he is there in Bombay, the service receiver or the person who is availing the services, his property is there in Ooty. There is a house property, or you can take a bungalow, and that bungalow is there in Ooty, which is in Tamil Nadu of India. So this guy is not providing service at Bombay. He is providing service at Tamil Nadu of Ooty. Ooty of Tamil Nadu. So in this case, the place of supply, will be the location of the immovable property. The location of the immovable property. So the immovable property is situated at Ooty. So the place of supply of service is Tamil Nadu, and from where it is supplied, the service provider is at Delhi. So Delhi is a union territory, and Tamil Nadu is the place of supply, because the location of the immovable property is in Bombay. So here this is a case of interstate sale of interstate supply of services. So this is where we are going to levy IGST for whatever are the charges levied by Mr. Mr. Anil, who is the service provider. So I will take up this example in the later part. Now, yesterday also we have discussed. I will take the example is very important. In some specific cases, general place of supply of services, except those covered separately. So we are going to take up a different aspect all put together. So here, supply of service is there, and place of supply. Now, supply of service, to whom it is supply is, as far as service is concerned, is supplied to a registered person. And whenever a supply of service is done to a registered person, then the location of the registered recipient. Now, when the supply of service is to an unregistered person, unregistered means who has not registered. See, please remember that if you want to do business of supply of goods and services, and you are supposed to get registered under GST Act. And please remember, there is a separate chapter under GST Act as far as registration is concerned. So registration is like a vehicle. You are getting your vehicle registered. You are born, so you are getting your birth registered. For example, you are going to America. You are getting a registration of registration that you are a citizen of India. So you have to get registered. So if you are doing business, that is supply of services or supply of goods, you have to get registered under GST. So if a supply of goods service is done to a registered person, then the place of supply is location of the registered recipient. If the supply of service is to an unregistered person, then there are two answers as far as place of supply is concerned. Location of the recipient of the service, if the address is available on the record of the service provider. And if it is done to a unregistered person, and the location of the supplier of the service in other cases. Let's see the answer to this with some suitable examples. Yesterday we have covered this up to this stage, but let me recover it. So the first example is The first example is Mr. Ajay of Karnataka provides consultancy services to Sumati Technologies, which is registered in Maharashtra. So please remember there are two people here. One is a service provider and one is a service receiver. So whenever there is a question of services, there should be two identifiable people. One is the service provider and one is the service recipient. Service recipient. In this case, Ajay of Karnataka. Ajay of Karnataka is providing services, consultancy services, and to whom? To a company called as Sumati Technologies. I don't know who is this, but there is a company called as Sumati Technologies in Maharashtra. So here, this person to whom it is been provided, the services are provided, we have identified that this person is registered. So this Sumati Technologies has got registration done under GST Act. So whenever the service receiver has registered with the GST under the GST Act, sorry, then the place of supply in such cases is location of the registered recipient. So where is this guy who is the receiver of services, who is a registered person? It is in Maharashtra. So location of the registered recipient. The location of the registered recipient is in Maharashtra. So the place of supply is Maharashtra, because the rule says that whenever you are providing services to a registered person, and in such a case, the location of the registered recipient is the place of supply. So in this case, the place of supply is Bombay, because the location of the registered recipient of the service is at Bombay, is sorry, Maharashtra. So this is the place of supply is Maharashtra. So this is number one. Number two, who is providing the service? These services are provided by Ajay of Karnataka from Karnataka. So this is the provider, and the place where it is provided is at Maharashtra. So two different states are there in the picture. One is in Karnataka and one is in Maharashtra. So you have to identify what type of transaction. It is inter-state say supply of. We don't use the word sale. It is interstate supply of services. The taxable event in case of GST is supply of goods or services. So this is Karnataka and this is Maharashtra. So it is interstate supply of services. And look at the answer. The answer is we are going to levy on this particular transaction of interstate IGST. So this is the first part of our discussion. The second part, when the service recipient is not registered. Now, assuming that this fellow is not registered under in the under the GST Act, whether it is a state GST Act or a IGST Act or SGST Act or CGST Act or UTGST Act. If he has not registered, then what should happen? What is the place of supply? Now, in this case, we have to identify whether the service provider who is providing, whether the address of this person is there on the records, in the records of the service provider. So location of the recipient, if the address is available on the records of the service provider. Okay, this is service provider के books के ऊपर इसका नाम है क्या? तो अगर if it is available, then in such a case, location of the recipient, if the address is available on the record. I will give a small example. Yesterday also I gave an example relating to banking services. So the same I will now use. For example, Mr. X is there in Pune. Okay, and he's not registered because X is a salaried person. He's doing job. He's not registered under GST Act. But what he has done, he has opened uh, an SB account at Axis Bank. At Axis Bank, he has opened a SB account, and he avails ATM services. He will avail check services. He will avail message services. That is, whatever is the transaction, if there is a message, They will send the message also, DD facility. So this kind of services are available by Mr. X of Pune, and he has opened a bank account at Axis Bank Pune. Now, when this guy is opening a bank account at any bank across the country, he has to furnish some details like Aadhaar card, PAN card, and many other things, And one among them is address proof. In that address proof, it is written that this guy is in at a particular place in Pune. So this banker will note the address of the service receiver or the client in their books, in the books in their record. So if the address is available, then the service recipient, who is Mr. X, whatever is the address which is available, that is the place of supply. So in this case, Mr. X of Pune, who is in Chinchwad, Pune, is availing services from Axis Bank Pune. So in the books of Axis Bank, it is written that this guy's address is in Pune, and he is availing services of ATM and PAN and SB account and any other stuff. And on this ATM, please remember, the bank is going to charge a GST. So in this case, when they are telling that for ATM services they have to pay 100 rupees ATM charges. So this is a service provided by Axis Bank to this guy. Now, what should be levied? Whether it is interstate or intrastate, both these banks are in the same state, which is Maharashtra. This person is the service provider is in Maharashtra, and the service receiver also is in Maharashtra. So this guy is going to charge, the Axis Bank is going to charge CGST and SGST, because this is a case of intra means within the state, intrastate supply of services, intrastate supply of services. So if this particular 100 rupees of service, which is ATM services, attract 18% of GST, so 9% will be CGST and 9% will be SGST. So 100 plus 9 rupees CGST and 100 another 9 rupees for SGST, total 118 is to be paid, because the place of service we have identified is Pune itself, and the address is available even though this person is not registered. Now, what happens if the same person is not having any address on the records of the service provider? In such a case, location of the supplier of the services. Yesterday also I gave a small example. Let me put the same example. So Mr. X is there in Pune, and for some official purpose he goes to Goa. And Mr. X gets a phone call from his parents that immediately send 1 lakh rupees of DD for a particular reason. Okay. Now he doesn't have. He is in Pune, not in Pune. He is in Goa. His regular banking services were at Pune, but yes, he is right now in Goa. He doesn't have any account in any banks of Goa. So assuming that he approaches a particular bank, for example, Punjab National Bank of Goa, he will go and request the bank manager to provide a DD of 1 lakh rupees. So this bank, which is Punjab National Bank, is providing services of DD to Mr. X. So now it is to be identified. We have to identify what is the place of service. Now this guy, Mr. X, who is taking a DD from Goa, Punjab National Bank, he doesn't have. In the location, in this case, Punjab National Bank doesn't have the address of this person on their records. So in this case, the place of supply automatically will be the location of the supplier of the services. Location of the supplier of the services. Now, who is providing the service? Punjab National Bank of Goa is providing the service. So the place of supply is Punjab National Bank, Goa. Goa is the place of service, which is an union territory. To whom it is supplied? It is supplied to the service is supplied to a person who is unregistered. So automatically it will become union territory, and on this we are going to levy. This is a case of intra-union territory supply of services, and hence he is going to be levied UTGST of 50%, and the remaining CGST of 50%, because it is a intra. So hope these situations are clear, 1, 2, and 3. Now some more examples we will take, because this is very confusing particular chapter. So let's take one more example. Place of supply of services other than exports and imports. Okay, for exports and imports, at the end I will show you what is the place of supply, where both supplier and recipient are located in India. So supplier of service and the recipient of service are located in India. The place of supply service would be where the supply where the service is supplied or provided to a registered person. So let's take a small example. Already we have discussed about this particular point, but let's take a small example. So Rahman is a chartered accountant of West Bengal. Rahman is in West Bengal. He is a chartered accountant. He is providing some services to a person, to a company in ABC of ABC Limited in Assam. Assam. So now this is the service provider and this is the service receiver. The place of okay, now please remember, it is the inherent, it is under this particular topic, where the place of supply of services is okay. In this case, this person is registered, uh, Mr. Sorry, Messrs. ABC Assam Limited is registered. I assume like this, because this is the example under the supply of services are the supply of services are to a registered dealer who is registered under GST Act. So the place of supply, already I told, when the place of when the service is provided to a registered dealer, then location of the registered person. Now, where is the location of the registered person? This guy who is registered in Assam is registered in Assam. So the place of supply is supply of services is to Assam. From where it is being supplied? It is being supplied from West Bengal. So West Bengal is one another state, Assam is another state. So it is a case of interstate supply of services. On interstate supply of services, if you look here, this is the answer. We will levy IGST. For example, this particular person is levying towards the supply of services some 10,000 rupees as as the value of the services. Value, that is the value of the service provided, is 10,000 rupees. So on this 10,000 rupees, they will charge interstate supply of services, because of interstate supply of services, IGST. And IGST for this particular example, assuming it is 28 percentage, so 2,800 will be charged. So this guy has to pay to him 12,800, and this 12,800 inclusive of interstate IGST, that is integrated GST. Now next one, another example, when the services are provided to a unregistered person, but the address is existing on the records of the supplier. So the person who is receiving the receiving the services are unregistered person or not registered, but his particular address is there on the records of the service provider. Okay, then let's look at the answer. Samant Furniture of Calcutta is providing services. So Samant Furniture is there, which is there in Kolkata. Kolkata is in West Bengal. He is providing services. So what type of services? Services of renting of furniture. Renting of furniture. Rent के ऊपर furniture को किसको दिया? Amit of Midnapur. Amit of Midnapur. Now Amit is an individual, and this individual is not registered. Is not registered, but the address of Amit is available on the records of this person, which is Samant Furniture. And to my knowledge, Midnapur is in West Bengal. Is West Bengal. So West Bengal, in this case, the place of supply the place of supply is the location of the service recipient of an of to an unregistered person. Means the address is there on the records of the supplier. So that is the place of supply. So this is the place of supply. By whom it is being supplied? By West Bengal. To whom it is supplied? To West Bengal. So it is a case of intrastate supply of and services. So it is intrastate supply of services. On intrastate supply, as already told, 50% will go to CGST, and and 50% will go to SGST. Now, for third one, when the services are provided to an unregistered person, but the address does not exist on the records of the supplier. So in this case, I told you the place of supply is the location of the service supplier or provider. Let's take a small example. Infotech Kolkata. Infotech is there in Kolkata. Infotech Kolkata is there. And it is providing computer repair services. So computer repair services is provided to Rahul of Jharkhand. Rahul of Jharkhand. So Rahul of Jharkhand is there. The address of this Rahul is not available in its record at the Infotech Kolkata. So in this case, where this person is unregistered and neither his address is existing in the records of the service provider, then in this case, the place of supply of services is at Kolkata itself. It's at Kolkata itself. So in this case, Kolkata person is supply is providing services to Kolkata itself because the place of supply is as answered. Location of the supplier is the place of supply. So Kolkata person is the service provider, and the place of supply of services is Kolkata. So both of them are in West Bengal. So the answer to this is interstate supply of services, and interstate supply of services we will levy CGST and SGST 50% and 50%. So some note is there. You can take a note of this note also. But my point is I'm giving some important points as far as place of supply of services are concerned. Very important topic. Place of supply of services in relation to immovable property. Already I told in case of immovable property, if any services are provided to or in relation to immovable property, then the place of supply of services to such a immovable property is the place where the immovable property is situated. Okay, like services of accommodation. So services like architecture. We are going to take some examples. So specific rules. Now some more rules as far as place of supply of services are concerned, other than exports and imports. So we can export our services, we can import our services. Other than import and export of services, we are talking about place of supply of services. Place of supply for restaurant and catering services and personal grooming like health and beauty is the location of the actual performance. Now, for example, uh, Mr. X is there and he goes to a saloon, and there he gets beauty services, cutting, hair drying, all that stuff, pedicure, manicure, especially ladies, and grooming. So this is a service provided by Shalun to this guy who is Mr. X. Okay. Now this is place of supply for restaurants and catering services and personal grooming and beauty and health and beauty services. For example, gym. Gym is a health center. So if any person is providing gym services to any person, so what is the location? What is the place of supply of service? The place of supply of service is the location of the actual performance. Now, in this case, the saloon is there in Pune, for example. Then the place of supply of such service like grooming services or beautification services or health services are where the performance is actually conducted, the location of the actual performance. So it is at Pune. Another example I will give you. For example, Mr. Suresh of Nagar is all the way going to Bombay, and he goes to a saloon where he get massage, hair cutting, hair dyeing, beautification services. So in this particular circumstance, it is told that the place of supply for such cases will be where the location of the actual performance is taking place. The location of the actual performance is taking place at Bombay. So the place of supply is Bombay. So it is a case of interstate sale of supply of services. Sorry, and this guy is going to charge. Guy is going to charge uh, 50% towards CGST and the remaining towards SGST. So this is the same one again repeated. Okay, another one is place of supply of services like training and performance appraisal for registered service recipient, location of the service recipient, and he can claim input tax credit. For an unregistered person, place of actual performance, and he can't claim input tax credit. I will give you a small example with that you will understand it. For example, now I am talking about this particular portion of this particular service, which is training. For example, Mr. X, Mr. Narayan, who is working in Infosys as a finance officer, he is in Bangalore. Okay, he's been deputed to undergo a training on GST for 10 days. For 10 days. And this GST training is conducted in Chennai. So Mr. X will participate on behalf of Infosys for a training program on GST conducted by a particular person in Chennai. So now let's talk about what is the place of supply. Now, Infosys is a registered dealer or a service recipient, a registered service recipient, because it is registered under GST Act. So in this case, the location of the service recipient. Who is the service recipient? Infosys is the service recipient. So where is the location of this recipient? It is in Bangalore. Even though he is going to Chennai, it doesn't make any difference, because we have to find out the place of supply for a case of registered dealer. And in case of a registered dealer, the place of supply is location of the service recipient. The location of the service recipient is in Infosys Bangalore, even though this employee is going to Chennai. And please remember, this Chennai guy will give a bill or invoice in the name of Infosys Bangalore. So in this case, Chennai guy is giving services or providing services to Bangalore. Chennai is in Tamil Nadu and Bangalore is in Karnataka. So this is a case of interstate supply of services. Interstate supply of services. Hope you have understood it. And on this transaction, for example, 1,50,000 is levied by the service provider. So the value of the service is valuation of the service is 1,50,000. Now, as we have seen, it is a case of IGST, and for this particular training, 28% is the GST which is levied. So this 28% will be in the form of IGST to the tune of 14,000 rupees. So 64,000 will be paid by Infosys to Chennai person who is providing the training services. Hope you have understood this point also. Next one. Next one is if the same situation is there, but the service recipient is not registered. For example, I am Mr. X from Infosys from Chennai, and I am going to Bangalore, and I am getting some training on software. Now, this guy is an individual who is not registered, and this guy is the guy who is providing the training services of the software to Mr. X. So in this case, the place of this guy is unregistered. So in case of an unregistered service recipient, the place of supply is the place of actual performance. Now, where is the performance conducted? The performance is conducted at Bangalore. So Bangalore is the place of supply, and please remember, there is no service. The service provider is also in Bangalore, and the place of supply is also in Bangalore. So this is a case of intrastate supply of services, and for these services we are going to charge this guy is going to charge CGST and SGST. Hope this is also clear to you. Next one. Next one is place of supply of services provided by way of admission to event, amusement park, or any place is the location of the event or the park without differentiating the B2B or B2C supplies. Okay, I will give a small example. Don't worry. Now, many of you have gone to movies. You have gone to movies and you have enjoyed your movie before 7 months before the pandemic erupted. The outbreak of pandemic, before the outbreak of coronavirus, you have gone to cinema theaters, malls, and you also visited mall, and then subsequently you watched the movie. So multiplex. So that is the meaning of admission to an event. Admission of event means you are watching. For example, Priyanka is there here. Priyanka is from Pune, and she goes to Mumbai, and after visiting Mumbai, after touring Mumbai, and then she goes to a theater in Bombay and she watches a movie. Watches a movie. That is the meaning of admission to an event. Now she is purchasing a ticket of some 300 rupees. So they are providing a service of movie watching. So in this case, they will charge GST. Now, what type of GST they are going to charge? Whether IGST or CGST and SGST. So I told you the answer is, the simple answer to this kind of situations is location of the event, where the event is taking place. In this case, the movie is taking place in Mumbai. So Mumbai is the place of supply of services. Even though she is in Pune, it doesn't make any difference. So Bombay is the person who is Bombay is the guy who is providing the services, and the place of supply is also Bombay, and it is a case of intrastate supply of services. And in case of intrastate, you know CGST and SGSTs are levied. Another example, you might have heard about Imagica, and you go to Imagica or Wonder World or SL World, and that is a place where you have amusement parks and all that stuff. So where you are getting admission to a particular event or amusement of a particular park, and this guy is telling that per person I am going to charge 1,000 rupees ticket to this particular event if you want to get admitted. So these are providing services like water world service, amusement park service, and all that stuff. So in this case, for example, 5 members of your family have gone and they are charging 5,000 rupees. This is the value of the ticket, plus they are going to charge to this value of the service GST. Now what kind of GST they are going to charge? Now you have to find out the place of supply. The place of supply in this case is the location of the event or the park. Now the park is there in this is in Lonavala, if I am correct, or Khandala. This is in Bombay. So this is the place of supply. So the place of supply is Bombay or Khandala for that matter. So here only one thing you have to remember: there is no question of service. There is no question of anything else apart from intra-state supply of services. Intra-state supply of services, because Maharashtra is the place of supply, and the person who is rendering these services also is in Maharashtra. So it is a case of intrastate supply of services, and CGST and SGST is charged, and it doesn't make any difference whether it is a B2B transaction or B2C transaction. B2B means business to business. For example, 100 employees on behalf of Infosys. Infosys is sponsoring, and these people are going to Imagica. Or B2C, business to customer. So in this case, 5 people, 5 family members are going. So it doesn't make any difference. They are telling that the place of supply will be the place where this particular event is taking place. That is the location of the event or the park. Next one. Another example, another situation we will take. Another situation, places of supply, places of supply for the services provided by way of organizing such events and other ancillary services. Okay, I'm going to give a small example as far as this one is concerned. For example, now there is a birthday party, or a marriage taking place at a particular lawns, lawns. Okay, so organizing such an event and ancillary services. When there is a marriage, it is conducted outside in a resort, for example, resort. So there you will get accommodation in this resort. Plus, they will arrange for a marriage conduction. They will even provide the services of food facility. So how many services are there in this? One is staying. They will arrange for your marriage, and apart from this, they are going to serve the food also. So marriage is the main event. Marriage is the main event, and under the marriage, we are having some secondary services, ancillary services. So in this case, in this type of circumstances, this is the service provider. Marriage, the place where the marriage is conducted, the owner of the resort or the company which is owning this particular resort is the service provider. Okay, so this kind of services are also there. So in such cases you have to find out the place of supply. So in this case, the place of supply is differentiated based upon the services being provided to a registered person and to a unregistered person. In case of services provided to a registered person, the location of the service recipient. And in case if it is unregistered, as I already told, the location where the actual performance is taking place. Already we have done a problem example on this even India. Sometimes what will happen, for example, the marriage of that popular cinema artist Ranbir Singh and his wife Sonika Sharma, if I'm correct. Oh no, Priyanka, no, Deepika Padukone. Deepika Padukone got married to Ranbir Singh in Italy. So this guy is getting service if the event is outside India, and the location of the service recipient he will be the place of supply. Okay. For example, Ranbir Singh got married here, and he had a marriage party in Italy, and some company here in Bombay had arranged this event. So even though Ranbir Singh is going to Italy and what you call getting the service from Italy, that this guy from Bombay has given all the services, but the service is taking place. The location of the sorry, the where is that? The point is okay. Sorry. So in this case, as seen already, that the guy is getting services exported. Here it is getting the services in Italy. So we can't tell this guy to pay GST because he is in Italy. It doesn't have anything to do with India. So in this case, if the event is outside India, the location of the service recipient is very important. Who is receiving the service? Ranbir Singh. Where is he? He is in India. So where in India he is, that place will be the place of supply. So if the event is outside India, then the location of the service recipient will be the place of supply for a unregistered person. See, Ranbir Singh is naturally not registered, is not doing business. So in this case, location of the service recipient will be the place of supply for the unregistered person. Now, next one, very important one, courier services. Courier services. So certain goods are transported. Place of supply for the services, that is transportation of goods, including mail and courier services. Okay. So for registered service recipient, For registered service recipient, the location of the service recipient. For an unregistered recipient, location where the goods are handed over for transportation. I will give you a good example. Let's pay attention. For example, Tata Motors is there. Tata Motors is there, and they are sending 100 couriers during the day to its dealers, customers, and other people through a courier company by name DTDC. So the DTDC is the service provider, and the service recipient is Tata Motors, because Tata Motors is giving delivery of courier to this guy to be delivered to the end customers. So this guy is into the business of logistics and supply chain management and delivery of transportation of goods and courier. So this is the service provider and he is the service receiver. Now, first and foremost, you have to find out. Now, certainly he will tell to pay per courier some 100 rupees, and for 100 couriers, he will be charging 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. So this is the value of the service. Now, to this value of the service provided by DTDC to Tata Motors, he is going to charge GST. Now, let's talk about what type of GST based upon whether it is a interstate supply of services or intrastate supply of services. Now, in this case, if the person to whom the services are provided are registered, now Tata Motors is registered under GST because they are dealing into those products which are attracting GST. So Tata Motors is registered. So if a service is provided to a registered service recipient, then location of the service recipient. So Tata Motors is in Pune. He is in Pune. So that is the place of supply. And he is getting service from TDDC of Pune. So it is a case of intrastate supply of services. And in this case, on this 10,000 rupees, GST will be levied to the extent of CGST 50% and SGST, which is again 50%. Hope this is clear to an unregistered person. If the, for example, in this case, I replace this one by Mr. X. I'm replacing Tata Motors by Mr. X. For example, Mr. X is getting married, and he is sending wedding cards to his friends, relatives, and other people through DTDC. And DTDC is telling that okay, for this 500 couriers, I am going to charge 50,000 rupees. So this is the value of the service. On this, GST will be levied. Now, what type of GST will be levied based upon the type of transaction, whether it is a interstate supply of services or intrastate. Now, Mr. X is not registered under GST Act. So in this case, when the services are provided to an unregistered recipient of services, then location where the goods are handed over for the transportation. The location is at, this guy is in Pune and is going to deliver he is handing over these goods, that is 500 wedding cards to DTDC at Pune. So place of supply is also Pune. Pune is the place of supply and the service provider is also in Pune. Again, it is a case of intrastate supply of services, and on this CGST and SGST will be levied. Hope this is also the same, whatever just now I told, the same one. Let's take another example. So place of services for passenger transportation. For example, we have so many buses. This bus, whenever we want to go from one place to another place, we avail services from of these buses or buses. It can be trains, or it can be air or waterways. So these people are into this business of passenger transportation, buses, trains, or airways or waterways. So this is a service provided by these agencies which are into this kind of services, passenger transportation, and they are going to, for these services provided, they are going to charge CGST or SGST or IGST depending upon the kind of supply it is. For example, let's take a example here and then we will discuss that example. The first condition is, sorry, registered service recipient. For registered service recipient, location of the service recipient. Okay. For example, Infosys is there. Infosys Bangalore is there. And Infosys Bangalore, there are 100 employees in Bangalore who are deputed to Chennai office. They are transferred to Chennai office or Pune office. Sorry, Pune office. 100 employees are transferred to Pune office Infosys. Now, at the time when they are transferred, they are been told or informed that they can go to Pune office on immediate within immediate on an immediate basis, and they have to take airways. So they are going to a particular agency like mytrip.com, and on mytrip.com they have booked 100 tickets of airways from air ticket from Bangalore to Pune. So 100 tickets of 10,000 rupees each, for example, is 10 lakh rupees. So this is the value of the ticket, and this guy is giving the service of air ticketing. So for example, he charges some 10,000 rupees or some, for example, 40,000 rupees for this type of transaction or the service. So on this 40,000 rupees, we have to identify what type of what type of GST is levied. Now we have to identify where is the service provider recipient, because Infosys is a registered dealer, and yes, Infosys has registered under the GST, appropriate GST Act. So for a registered service recipient, location of the recipient. Now location of the recipient is in Bangalore, because the Bangalore guy is getting the bill, and assuming that mytrip.com is in Hyderabad, for example. So Hyderabad is in Telangana and Infosys is Bangalore is in Karnataka. So this is a case of interstate supply of services, and on this 40,000 rupees IGST will be levied. Now the similar kind of transaction, but this service is provided to an unregistered dealer or unregistered person under GST. Location where the passenger embarks on a conveyance for a continuous journey. Now, what does it mean? It means that, for example, I will give a small example. You pay attention. Mr. X is going from Pune to Nagpur. Is going to from going to Pune to Nagpur. Now, Mr. X is taking a bus facility of VRL. VRL. Okay. Now, VRL is providing the passenger transportation services to Mr. X of Pune, and Mr. X is not a registered dealer or a registered recipient. He's not a registered recipient, so he's an unregistered recipient. And this guy is paying to them some 5,000 rupees as charges, ticket charges from Pune to Nagpur. So location where the passenger embarks on conveyance. Now this guy is from Pune and he boards the bus in Pune. That is the meaning of embark. Embark means boards. बोर्ड्स कहाँ चढ़ता है बस के ऊपर, वो बस में कब कहाँ चढ़ता है, पुणे से चढ़ता है, for what is his destination at Nagpur, it doesn't take any difference. Where is boarding the bus is very important. That is the place of supply of service where the passenger embarks. So it is in Pune, and the Pune person VRL is providing the service to Pune person. So it is a case of intrastate supply of services. On this appropriate amount we will find out as far as the value of the service, and CGST and SGST will be levied. Now next one, similar one. If you are going for air, you are undertaking transportation by air or by train or motor vehicle. For example, car, you can go. So they are providing some similar kind of services to an unregistered person. So the departure point will be the point of place of supply of services. Now let's take this very seriously. Place of supply for telecommunication services. For example, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, place of supply for telecommunication services. Like now, when I'm talking about telecommunication services, it can be data transfer, that is more data consumption, or broadcasting or cable and all that stuff. For example, mobile services, landline services, cable services, or internet services for downloading some data. So there are these guys also are into telecommunication services like Airtel or Geo or Vodafone or Idea. So these are into this kind of services. So this when this kind of services are provided, there can be different situations like the ones which are given here, one, two, three. There can be one, two, three situations, one, two, and three situations. So we have to identify in these three different situations what is the place of supply of services of telecommunication. Now, when I'm talking about telecommunication, I told you it can be mobile services or all this stuff. Okay. Now, for lease circuits, fixed line, lease circuits, cable, or dish antenna, that is the place of installation. For example, in Tata Motors, Airtel has given fixed line means उनके ऑफिस में 500 टेलीफोन्स लगाया है. They have installed 500 telephones. Like for example, we have 02024 something like that. That is the mobile landline number. So I'm talking about landline. So these are all fixed lines. Fixed lines. In case of fixed lines, so now these 500 landlines which are provided by Airtel to Tata Motors in Tata Motors office in Pune. So 500 telephones are installed. Landline telephones are installed. Landline telephones are installed by Airtel. So this month they have used the telephones and 5 lakh rupees is the bill. Is the bill. Airtel is in Pune and these landlines are provided in Pune. Now we have to find out the place of supply because 5 lakh rupees of telephone bill has come, and on this value of the service we have to find out what is the GST which is going to be levied. Now, first and foremost, we have to find out the place of supply. The place of supply is place of installation, where this particular landline is installed. It is installed in Tata Motors Pune. So that is the place of supply. Who is providing Airtel Pune? So this is a case of intrastate supply of services, and on this 5 lakh rupees, CGST and SGST will be levied. As you know, in case of intrastate supply of services, 50% will go towards CGST and 50% will go towards SGST. Number two, Number two example, postpaid bill or internet connection bill, or so you have a postpaid bill, and that bill will come to your house, and it will be shown. It will be shocking to see that 1,000 bill has come. Now this is not a fixed line. This is not a case like this is a fixed line. This is not a. It's a mobile, all in internet connection. So this is their different situation number one. This is a different situation number two. Now this for example, Mr. X of Pune got a mobile connection of Airtel of Mumbai, and this guy has furnished all the documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card, and address proof, and monthly he is using the services of Airtel Mumbai. Now on a particular month, the bill is rupees 10,000. Bill is rupees 10,000, and this Mumbai office has sent the bill to Pune, where the connection on whose address the connection was taken. So in this case, what is the place of supply? The place of supply of service of telecom mobile services is location of the address. Address कहाँ है? पुणे के ऊपर. और कौन? That is the place of कौन service provide कर रहा है? Bombay वाला. So it is a case of interstate supply of services, and IGST will be levied. So this is also clear. This is fixed line. This is postpaid. Now, sir, what about prepaid? So, for example, I go to I go to a shop and ask to scratch for a prepaid mobile of Idea, and he will tell how much you want to charge. So he will scratch in card, and he will tell, okay, 100 rupees you pay. So this is a different situation. Prepaid also is a service provided by the telecommunication companies. So in this case, the place of supply. So I have seen so many times at a in a medical shop. In medical shop, so one 10 people went and they told to scratch for prepaid some 500 rupees. So this shopwala is scratching that card of a prepaid, and the amount which is charged is 500 rupees. So in this case, this mobile medical shop is providing, is selling the goods to is supplying these services to Mr. X, who is an individual. So address of the selling agent or the location of the sale in different situations. So that is the place of supply. So I will not go into these details. Next one, banking, financial, and stockbroking services. Banking services, you can open a SB account, you can get a check facility, you can get a DD facility, you can get a ATM facility or credit card facility or loan facility, or you can do stock market operations. So these people are there to help you out, who are the service providers: banking services, financial services, and stockbroking services. So for example, I will tell you my example. I have my account in Axis Bank and my name is SRK Mehta, for example. So I am availing banking services from Axis Bank, or I have a account, Demat account in Religare of Pune branch. So from where I am getting stock broking activity or services. Or so another example is insurance is another type of financial services. So if financial services are provided, then it is a kind of service provided by the concerned party, and somebody is receiving it, so is the recipient of this service. So in this case, the service status will be levied for availing these banking services or financial services or stock broking services. So in this case, GST will be levied. Now, for this, we have to identify the place of supply of service. So anywhere you go, place of supply of service is very, very important. So the place of supply of service is if the location of the service receiver is available in records, then the location of the service receiver. For example, I told you my example, Mr. X or Mr. SRK Mehta is availing services of Axis Bank banking services, and they are charging for all these banking services some 600 rupees. So the place of supply, where is the place of supply? Now, Mr. S. Ramesh Kumar Mehta, at the time when you opened a bank SB account in Axis Bank, he has furnished Aadhaar card and PAN card and registered, sorry, address proof and identity card. The address proof, we have address, and this address will be noted in the record books of Axis Bank. So record books of Axis Bank. So location of the service receiver is available in the records. Then the place of service is the place of supply of service is the location of the service receiver and the address which is there mentioned in the books of records of a bank. Now, assuming that the location of the service is not available, then the location of the service provider himself. Already I gave the example of Axis, Goa, Punjab National Bank, and all that stuff. So in case of services in the form of insurance services, also the companies are providing insurance services, that the place of supply will be location of the service recipient in case of business or otherwise. Now this is very, very important, but I will not take up for discussion as of now. As of now, I will not take a discussion. I will take for discussion tomorrow, but I will give you some small examples. Small examples we will have, and that is very important. Now look at this particular PPT, a slide of the PPT. This slide of the PPT is very important, and these are some examples related to banking services, of financial services, and stockbroking services. So these examples, just read on your own for 2 minutes, and we will discuss. And this particular slide or information has been taken from a website called as cleartax.in. Just read for 15 seconds. So this particular example is very very important, and I have taken some examples of banking and insurance, and let's discuss one by one. Let's discuss one by one. So the main heading is there: banking services, financial services, stockbroking services, and insurance services. For this, we have to identify who is the who is receiving the service. It can be any person. Then, if the address is available on the records of this person, the service provider, then the place of supply services, the address which is mentioned on the service provider's records of book. If service is on the books or on the records, if the address of this person is not available, location of the service provider will be the place of supply of such kind of services. In case of insurance, something different is there. If services are provided to registered persons, for example, insurance companies are like for example, Reliance Insurance, and they are providing services to a registered person. For example, Ambuja Cement. So Ambuja Cement is getting all these its machines and plant and machinery and land and building insured with Reliance Industries, Reliance Insurance Company. So it is a registered person. The location of such registered person. If it is provided to unregistered person, location of the recipient as per the books of accounts, as shown on the record book. Already we have discussed about this many a times. Now let's take some few examples, very very important, and I will tell you, this will help you to get clarification about this concept. Mr. Ajay, so the banking services, Mr. Ajay of Gujarat withdraws money from SBI of SBI ATM in Gujarat. So SBI is providing services to Vijay. Ajay is in Gujarat. And where is the ATM? The ATM is also in Gujarat SBI. The place of supply. The place of supply is location of the address of the recipient of the service as per the records of service provider. Now SBI का ATM लेने के लिए इसने SBI में account open किया है. So he has opened the account of SBI. So if it is opened there, then the address will be there. And if the address is in Gujarat, so the place of supply is also supply of services is also at Gujarat. So the SBI Gujarat is providing services to a person in Gujarat. So it is a case of interstates, and we are going to charge CGST, as you know popularly. Next one, another example, very important. Mr. Vijay of Gujarat withdraws money from SBI Maharashtra. Now location or address of the recipient as per records is available. Yes, it is available as Gujarat. गुजरात का नाम है बुक्स में, उसके रिकॉर्ड में. कौन प्रोवाइड कर रहा है? महाराष्ट्र वाला प्रोवाइड कर रहा है. और नाम क्या है? नाम एड्रेस किसके नाम के ऊपर है? गुजरात के नाम के ऊपर है. सो महाराष्ट्र SBI ATM is giving services to Mr. Ajay of Gujarat. So it is a case of interstate supply of services, and hence we are going to charge IGST. Next case is very similar to that of the other cases. Let's take a call on it. Director of Akash Electronics visits Bombay SBI. Now he is from Gujarat. He visits SBI Bombay and receives service on behalf of the company. So now look at the place of supply. Gujarat is a place of supply because, let's see. Okay, just a moment. Now in the books of location or address of the recipient as per the records of service provider. In this case, receives services on behalf of the company. So visits Bombay. When he visits Bombay, it is assumed that he has already opened an account in Bombay, in Gujarat, and The Gujarat is having a branch in SBI branch of Gujarat is there in even Mumbai also, from where he is receiving the services. Okay, so SBI Mumbai is giving service to a person in Gujarat because Gujarat is the address which is furnished in Gujarat office. So it is a case of interstate supply of services. Now another example. This is Ajay of Gujarat withdraws money from SBI ATM in London. So let him withdraw money from any part of the world. It doesn't make any difference. But the name, the address is in of Mr. Ajay on the books of SBI is in Gujarat. But where he's availing this service, he's availing at London. Okay, so they very peculiar situation can be there. In this case also there is a very strange situation. Gujarat is there, and this is not okay. So Gujarat location of the address of the recipient as per the records is Gujarat. So this guy, when he opened SBA account, he furnished the address of Gujarat and is availing services from different part of the world, which is at London. So Gujarat is the place of supply, and services are the other part of the world. In this case, also we levy IGST because it is considered to be interstate because it is outside India. Next, let's take another example. Mr. Tom from London visits Mumbai and withdraws money from SBI ATM using his Barclays card. Barclays card. Now, certainly he is not from India. He's from Tom is from London, and he visits Bombay and withdraws money from SBI ATM using Barclays card. So, in this case, he is availing the services of SBI. Now, SBI के books के ऊपर तो इसका address नहीं रहेगा, correct है ना? Yes, it is not available. So, in this case, what is the answer? The answer is address is not available. Location of the service provider. Where is the location of the service provider? Location of the service provider is, who is the service provider? SBI ATM of SBI ATM of Mumbai. SBI ATM of Mumbai is a place of service, supply of service, and it is supply. This service is supplied in Mumbai only. So Mumbai to Mumbai, it is a case of interstate supply of services. So this part is over. Next one, let's talk about this insurance services. Director of Akash Electronics, who is in Gujarat, from Gujarat, visits SBI Maharashtra and opts for accidental insurance for his employees. So this guy, uh, director of Akash Electronics Gujarat, visits Bombay. Now look at this. This guy is a registered because see, Akash Electronics is a company, and the company has to get registered. And assuming that it has got registered. Now, in case of registered services, registered person getting services or availing services, then the answer is location of such person. Where is the location of such person? It is in Gujarat. And from where he is getting services? He is getting services from Maharashtra. So Gujarat is a different state, and Maharashtra is a different state. So interstate supply of services, and we levy IGST. Now next one, Mr. Ajay of Gujarat takes a file service for his home from Bajaj of again Gujarat. Now location. Now in this case, this is a service, and this is let's look at the answer. Location of the service as per the records of the service provider. Location of the as per the service provider. Whatever is the location as furnished in case of in case when we was taking an account. So Mr. Ajay, who is from Gujarat, takes a fire insurance for his home, which is also in Gujarat from Bajaj Insurance Gujarat. So here, please remember, look at the answer. He's an unregistered person. What is the now when he's asking to insure his house? So the property is there. The property's location is there, address is there. So address is there, that will be mentioned in the insurance policy document. So that will be the location of the recipient, and it is so the location of the recipient is in Gujarat, and Bajaj insurance also is in Gujarat, and hence it is a case of CGST and SGST because it is a case of intrastate supply of goods, sorry, services. Now let's take another example, very important example. Okay, I will skip this one, but let's take this example. Very important example. Raj Hotels in Mumbai, Maharashtra provides catering services to Polaris registered in Gujarat. So for their annual sales event in Mumbai. So this is there is a company by name Polaris, and this is in Gujarat, and they have conducted a annual sales meet in Mumbai. Annual sales in Mumbai. One hotel is there. In hotel they have conducted, and this hotel is in Mumbai, number one. So Mumbai is in Maharashtra, and this event is an annual sales event. Now, what is the service? Supply of a service, that is catering. Catering services are provided. Catering services are provided. Now, I told you, in case of catering services, uh, where the property is, where the immovable property is there. Immovable property is there. The immovable property is in where this particular event is conducted is Raj Hotels. Raj Hotels is in Mumbai. Raj Hotels is in Mumbai. So that is a place of service. And who is providing the service? The Mumbai Wala is providing the service. So it is a case of intrastate supply of services. It doesn't make difference as far as this one is concerned. Who is the service recipient? Because in case of the any service related to immovable property, then we take the place of supply of service as where the immovable property is situated. Next one is personal grooming. Let's take another example of personal grooming. Very important. Okay, this kind of questions can be asked in your examination for 2 marks or 1 mark. Next one is grooming services, personal grooming. Ajay, a chartered accountant of Karnataka, has taken an advice to take an Ayurvedic treatment at Om Ayurvedic Center in Kerala. So Ajay of Karnataka, who is a chartered accountant, is getting some services of Ayurvedic treatment, personal grooming. Okay, Ayurvedic treatment at a particular place in Kerala. Okay, then I told you in this case, when there is a personal grooming where the performance is conducted. If you remember my previous discussion, where the performance of grooming is taking place or training is taking place. So that is the place of supply. So the place of supply will be Om Ayurvedic Center in Kerala. So supply of services is by this particular guy who is into health services, health grooming services, and the place of supply is where the performance is conducted. So many people go to Kerala to get Ayurvedic treatment. So that is the place where this Ayurvedic treatment is performed on the patient. So that is the place of supply. So Kerala is the place of supply. So Kerala is the place of supply, and it is provided at Kerala only, because you have to ignore from where this guy is. It doesn't make any difference, and it is a case of intrastate supply of services, and CGST and SGST will be levied. So I will stop here, and we will discuss about the remaining part of our examples and situations in the next class. Thank you for joining, and tomorrow also I am having a